How to move about unnoticed, aka Greyman. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. That's what we're talking about today. But first off, please subscribe, hit the like button, comment below, ring the little bell notification thing for all. Share the videos. All these things help in the algorithm. Please, I really appreciate it. And please do that for other channels that you like. It's a constant battle, and we all really appreciate it when you do that for us. It really helps us reach more people. All right, Greyman. What is Greyman? Basically the ability to move around unnoticed, to walk through the mall without drawing attention to yourself, walking downtown without drawing attention to yourself. Wherever you are, movement, your vehicle, how you live, your property. It's all Greyman. I'm not going to say gray woman, gray man. It's just Greyman is a generic term. I'm not just talking about men, I'm talking about women also. It applies to everyone. It is just a term. Don't get offended about it, please. So Greyman, how do you do it? Well, how am I dressed right now? Am I Greyman? Well, it depends on where you live. Bam! There's the big one, right? Greyman is not a wear this and you'll be a Greyman, because it doesn't apply. In some areas of the country, I may be dressed Greyman, but let me tell you why I don't think what I'm wearing right now is the best option for Greyman. First off, camouflage hat with a logo. Logos are recognizable. Same with this, earth tones, simple hoodie, but it's got the Carhartt C and the big Carhartt down the sleeve. That's recognizable. It draws people's attention to these things and this thing. You don't want things to draw attention to you. You want to remain unnoticed, basically. Boring, blah, just same old, gray, right? No bright colors, no logos, stuff like that. So how about this? This is more Greyman. Not camouflage, but it still has the Velcro, the tactical Velcro. And tactical Velcro on the back and on the top. So this may not be the best option. Although, I don't really have any other ball caps. Oh, actually I do. I have a Carhartt brown ball cap. That would be much more Greyman. That's why I've really thought about going to like Walmart or somewhere like that and just getting a plain OD green or plain brown ball cap. I would say plain brown would be best, just because then there's not even OD, not even a military type color like this one. This is obviously a tactical ball cap. So it'd be best if I just took this off. And then this is just plain. It's just it's like a fleece, just plain earth tone, simple. But then again, what is also recognizable? My head is recognizable. I can't help that. Actually, I can, but it is thinning up in here. Funny story. So while I'm in the middle, I know this doesn't apply, but this one time, my wife, I was in the military, and at the time I had a really short haircut. She looked at me, she's looking at me funny. I'm like, what? What are you looking at me funny for? And she's like, you look really good with a shaved head. I ran upstairs, took my razor, put some lotion, I shaved it down a little bit, shaved it all off. Loved it ever since. Came downstairs and the kids are like, whoa, Dad, you look intimidating. And at the time, I think I might have had a goatee. So I was like, yeah, good to go. No, but seriously. And then ever since then, I've just been shaving my head because it's awesome. I don't have to buy shaving products, anything like that. But anyway, that's a side note. It is what it is. Having a shaved head is, it would draw some attention maybe. So it may be something that I need to, like I said, go get a plain brown ball cap without any kind of logos on it. Maybe a trucker style hat, something without logos though. A lot of people like wearing team sports apparel. That may be really Greyman. If you're in downtown Seattle and you're wearing Seahawks gear, well, so is everybody else. I get so sick of it. I don't like professional sports really. I'm not really a sports person at all anymore. Priorities have changed. I used to love football. I used to love college football, stuff like that. It's just, priorities change. and the environment changes, and the teams and the people and the policies change that I just don't agree with. So anyway, gray, blending in. Would I be like where I live, wearing exactly what I am completely gray. A lot of military in the area, a lot of former military in the area, a lot of people that are in this specific area. I'm not talking about the whole state. In this specific area, a lot of like-minded people. So this would be gray. Oh, and just, I'm actually wearing gray pants. They're tactical style pants. So if you want to wear pants, I like cargo pockets. So what are some options of, you can get, Carhartt makes some, Riggs Workwear makes, work pants that have cargo pockets if you like cargo pockets. That's where I carry my wallet and I carry my tourniquet in my cargo pocket because I don't like sitting on things. I don't like what it does. I do have, my EDC in my back pocket. Another thing about Greyman is if you are open carrying, you're not going to be gray. So think about that. Also, even though I am gray, dressed as a gray man for my area, if I went down to like Miami, I'd probably stick out like a sore thumb. If I went to some small town in the Ozarks, I'd probably fit basically in. If I threw on some Carhartt work pants or something like that, I'd probably be golden. But I'd probably fit in real well. But it depends on where you are. Also, if you're wearing, gray man for Seattle may be a puffy vest, a beanie, shorts, wool socks with flip-flops, or like, what do they call? I forget what they're called. We call them Jesus shoes, the sandals. Funny looking, huh? Right? Yeah. For some reason, that's a Seattle thing. They'll wear sandals with socks, shorts, but then a jacket. I don't know. I don't get it. But it depends on where you are. What is gray? What is gray where you are? What is gray where you are isn't gray where I am. So basically, you don't want to be unnoticed, or you want to be unnoticed. You don't want to stand out. So, like if you are going to a business meeting that you'd normally show up in, a shirt, tie, maybe some slacks, and you show up looking like me. Well, obviously that's not very gray. What if you're, if like you're going to church, dressed like I am? Depending on what church you're in, it may be gray, it may not be. You may want to wear a tie, shirt, nice shirt, some slacks, something like that, suit coat. I don't know. It depends on the environment. If you're out in farming area or something like that, wearing a flannel will be completely gray, and some work pants and a hat. The hat really doesn't matter that much, just as long as it's not, out there. Like I said, plain earth tone colors work well a lot of places. Grays, blacks, some of the maybe darker colors, maybe some like greens, browns, maybe some like burnt oranges or some of the darker stuff that's a little more in tune with nature. Sometimes that may be gray. But the whole idea of Greyman isn't just what you wear. It's how you walk, how you carry yourself. Okay, here's an example. All right, see that? The way I was walking with confidence, and I was making eye contact the whole time. Is that gray? Probably not. Let's try this again. How about that? That's a little more gray. Head down, not too much. I'm still looking, I'm still observing, not making eye contact. Just kind of slow, casual walk. Don't walk too fast, don't walk too slow. Don't appear to be too observant, although keeping your head on a swivel at all times. You don't want to be like this, like hyper vigilant, okay? Trained observers don't do that anyway. Trained observers can sit there and they'll be looking, oh yeah, I'm looking at that, my kid's bike over there, and I'm not really, I'm just kind of like looking around, and I'm actually looking at a bunch of other things, using my peripherals a lot. Peripheral vision is very important. Motion, speed, movement, shine, all these kind of things pick up very well in your peripherals. So think about that. It's also about how do your clothes fit. You don't want them too baggy or too big, hanging off you. You also don't want them too tight. If you're really muscular, you don't want to wear stuff that's really tight that shows off your muscles. This shirt works pretty well. but I've also lost a lot of muscle tone since the whole COVID thing, and I've lost a lot of muscle mass, so it works a lot better now. Yeah, not too close, not too tight, not too loose. Women, women is a big one. What do you wear? Don't show anything. Don't wear anything showing, cleavage. Don't wear too short skirts, obviously. Men are going to look. I mean, it's human nature. You're going to draw attention to yourself. So, I mean, seriously, simple though. Just jeans and a hoodie. Just make sure they're not too tight, not too loose. Very, very simple. And like I said, depending on the area you're in, it may be a flannel work shirt and some work pants if you're in the farmlands of Kansas. I'm not sure. I don't live there. You guys know what's gray in your area. You guys know what fits in there. You guys also know how to walk, and how to not draw attention to yourselves. That's the biggest thing. But the trick is to do that while you are still being observant. There's also on the flip side, instead of being Greyman, to appear as a bad A, right? Bad ASS. Because sometimes that may be the better situation to be in. That person that's, shoulders back, standing up straight, arms just hanging to your side gently, and, not keeping that glare. Not glaring, not, not staring at somebody, not be like this or anything like that, but just that aura of confidence, how you walk. A lot of times, when I'm trying to go gray and kind of see how it is, judge people's reactions and stuff like that, I find myself, it's very difficult for a person like myself to not walk confidently, to not walk with that aura of, I'll have somebody tell me or something like that. They're like, oh yeah, something, I remember what it was, is kids, teenagers, and they're like, oh man, that dude's a bad A. And I'm just like, what made you think that? A lot of it's just who you are. And I'm not saying I'm some, chest beating, bad A, but anyway, it is a level of confidence or non-confidence, depending on the situation you're in, which one you want to put out there for people to see. Also, gray, maybe where are you going? Are you going into a bank? Are you going into, a collapse or maybe it's financial collapse. A lot of people, you're going to a really poor area and you're walking into a fancy store or you're walking into the grocery store and you're coming out with a bunch of stuff. That's not very gray. What about those, stickers all over your vehicle? Everything from, save the whales to whatever it may be. Do you really want people to know those kind of things? You got a Magpul sticker on your truck? Molinabe, something like that? Think about that. Don't put any stickers on your vehicle, no matter what they are. Even if it's a little stick figure family, because then they know what your family's made up of, how many kids you have, how many dogs you have, whatever. Don't put any stickers on your vehicles. No markings. If you have a truck like mine, a big Super Duty truck with a shell on it, it's kind of not very gray in certain situations just because it's a big truck. Where's my little car? Totally gray. Nobody cares about that. You don't need to know what make and model it is. It's a totally gray car. So think about that. What do you need to do? What are you going to drive? Where are you going to go? Are you going to ride a bike instead? Would that be gray? Depends. What if you're going to jump on your tractor and head into town? Well, it depends on where you are. If you're in New York City, no, don't do it. If you're in Miami, don't do it. If you are in Podunk, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, you name it, well, then maybe driving your tractor to town is normal, right? Riding your horse to town, maybe normal in some situations. Just think of all the norms, societal norms about your vehicles, your appearance, how you carry yourself, your house. Are all your gardens outside out front? Are your chicken coops visible from the road? Mine are a little bit, but only from a private drive with only a couple houses past me who I know everybody. So, yeah. Also, what does your house look like? Is it big and fancy? Do you have a pool that's visible? Do you have fancy things that are visible? You may want to think about that. I'm not saying make it look like a dump, but you may want to be a little more gray. Do you want to be having trucks pull up and offload pallets of food or pallets of other stuff and having everybody drive by in your neighborhood, in your cul-de-sac or whatever it is, see you loading into the garage in these big, huge, shelving units where it looks like an entire grocery store and all your neighbors are looking into your garage? No, you don't want that. That's not gray whatsoever. OPSEC is what we're talking about. PERSEC, INFOSEC, these kind of things. What kind of information do you give out? What do you appear as? The image that you present to your neighbors, to your friends, your family, those just random people out walking around. You want to be as low a profile as possible. Some situations, if you're trying to form a group, a MAG, mutual assistance group or something like that, you may want to be a little more high profile. If you're at certain locations where wearing stuff like a tactical ball cap is the norm, well, then and you want to make contact with people of a certain mindset so that you can do certain things, so you can form a group and stuff like that, then, you may want to do that. You may want to dress like that. Camouflage, same kind of thing. If you were an old woodland camouflage that U.S. used for umpteen million years, a lot of places that is gray. Who cares? It's not that noticeable. But if you're walking around in brand new Scorpion, then that's a little more noticeable. If you're walking around in Cryptek Highlander, yeah, Cryptek Mandrake, which is the woodland version of that, something like that. Or some ATAX gear, yeah, that's noticeable because it's not a standard camouflage. So think about things. There's a lot to think about. There's a lot to do as far as being gray, living gray, moving gray, acting gray, all those kind of things. It's all about drawing attention to yourself or not drawing attention to yourself. Different situations, different approaches may be possible, presentable, optimal. There's the word I'm looking for. Then you have to be the judge of that. So it's just some things to think about. We may not want people to know our capability or our political beliefs or our interest in certain things that some people like and some people don't like. That's something we don't really, especially nowadays, really don't want that going out there. So think about that. Like I said before, please like the videos, please share the videos, please comment, and please subscribe. And check back often to make sure you're still subscribed. We're in the middle of being hit hard again. That's why subscribership just... but it's okay. We'll get through this. I get it. It's the way it is. I mean, I just keep on going on, keep on doing my best. It's not all about subscribers anyway, but the more people I reach, the better off I think we'll be as a society. The more that I can get, hopefully, encourage people to be into preparedness. Being Greyman concept is part of preparedness. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate all of you guys. You guys are awesome. You rock. Thank you. Have a wonderful day and blessings to you and yours.